Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial on the main channel, or at least in this video there's going to be two, because yes, that is right, today we are doing two more characters from the FNAF Sister Location series. So today we are doing Electrobab and Bidybab. Now apologies if I call them Dab at any point, I keep on doing this, I keep on calling them Electrodab and Bidybab. I'm not sure why, it's just I guess, I would say an instinct, but it's not really instinctive because there's nothing really associated with that, so I don't know why I'm calling them that. But apologies if I do, please do not literally crucify me. Anyways, the blocks you're going to need to build these are the following. You'll need white clay, block of quartz, white wall, quartz stairs, quartz slab, red clay, black wall, yellow wall, block of gold, light blue clay, and also blue clay. Now the reason you're going to need these blocks here is for the eyes, because apart from the eyes, they are the exact same statue. So for Electrobab, we're going to have the yellow eyes, so that's going to consist of yellow wool and block of gold, and for Bidybab, it's going to be light blue clay and blue because his eyes are a purple colour, so this is kind of like a purpley colour, if you get my vibe. But anyways, with that said, this was designed by RedXPhones, again the same guy who designed the Mini-Arena statues, so credit where credit is due, and I'll leave his information down in the description. And with that said, also I've got a few more FNAF Sister Location statues coming on the next week or two, so stay tuned for that. I really do hope you guys are still enjoying it. I know a lot of you guys still are. I know a lot of you guys are fed up with it, so if you want to skip this video and check out my new Star Wars video, which should be going out either before this video or after it, then check that out of course, because it will be a Rogue One related statue. Now just like the Mini-Arena statues, these are smaller, so they're sized to match with the baby statue that I did. Of course, if you want to check that out, again, links in the description, and in the card system, we did a baby statue a while back, and these are meant to go up to like hip height on that, so that's the reason behind why this statue might be a bit smaller than you may have thought. It's not a generic skin statue, I said statue twice, it's not a generic skin statue, but it is indeed a smaller version to be in, I guess, perspective, in proportion, that's the word I was looking for, with the baby statue, because of course these are basically small minions for baby. With that out the way, let's get straight into building, and as I said, it's a very simple build because they're both the exact same apart from the eyes. So I'm going to build one, and then I'll show you how to change the eyes. It's as simple as that. So we're going to start off by building the front side, because there's two layers in total, and again they're both the exact same apart from one small difference, so I lied, they're not the exact same, but they're very similar. So we're going to start off by placing 2 blocks of quartz, nice and simple. What we then do is leave a 2 block gap and place 2 more quartz. So let's recap this. 2 quartz, 2 block gap, and 2 quartz. Nice and easy. For layer number 2, we're going to build up 2 quartz, 2 block gap, and on top of this one here, 2 quartz. So we now have a 2x2 of quartz and a 2x2 of quartz, left foot, right foot. So on said left foot, what we're going to do is bring it forwards 1 using 2 quartz blocks, and we do the exact same on right foot. And on top of that, we're going to place 2 quartz slabs, one on left, one on right, on both feet. So you'll be left with something that resembles feet, I guess you could say. So this is step number 1. From here, we're going to build up on the left side, then on the right side, and then we'll connect. So on the left side, on top of the quartz here, not on the slab, on the block, we're going to go up a layer. We place 1 white clay, 1 quartz, and on this side we place 1 quartz and 1 white clay. So at this point, they're, I guess, mirrored, so they're opposites, but it will come together and will make a bit of sense in a second. So for the next layer, which is the 4th layer, we're going to place 1 white clay, 1 block of quartz, 2 white clay, 1 block of quartz, and 1 white clay. And again, that is the 4th layer, and so far should look like this. So, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. I know that a lot of people like to pause as they go, just so they don't get lost along the way. But this is the progress so far, and again, that is the first 4 layers. So, as you can see, this is the part where they've come together, so we're now moving into the legs, I guess you could say, / body. So the next layer is going to consist of 6 white clay. So white clay is the block we're going to be using as the main skin tone, and that's because of course these characters are very what's the word? I don't want to say naked because that sounds a bit weird considering we're talking about almost baby characters here. they're exposed, I guess you can. That sounds even worse. I don't know. I'm gonna shut my mouth before I make it sound really weird. But the characters are a weird design, and we're gonna be using the white, of course, as the main tone, and the quartz as the, I guess, other block with the white wall as a combination. So the next layer is going to consist of 6 blocks of quartz. So again, looks like this so far, and that is the 6th layer. For the 7th layer, we're going to place 2 white clay, 2 quartz, and 2 white clay. And just as I said, that is the 7th layer. For the 8th layer, we place 6 white clay. So again, just another simple layer. For the next 2 layers, so the next 2 layers are the exact same. We're going to place 2 white clay, 2 white wool, and 2 white clay. And as I said, we do that again for a second layer. So right now, should be looking a bit like this. Let me just count that because I've lost track of where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that is the 10th layer. So this goes up to 11. For the 11th layer, which is of course our final layer, we're going to place 6 white clay. And once you've done that, it leaves you with something that looks like this. Now, right now, you might be scratching your head thinking, what is this? Because it does not look like the character. And that's, of course, because we haven't built the arms. So we're going to do that now. So, for the arms, we're going to come up to the top left corner. We're going to go 1 block to the left using quartz. And then we're going to go down 2 blocks. We then repeat this on the right side. So we go up to the top right corner, go to the right one, and down twice using quartz. And it will look something like this. So again, this is a good opportunity to pause if you want to, and like I said, it might not be looking 100% perfect right now because we haven't built the arms. When we build the arms, you can judge. It might not look 100% perfect then to you, but I guess just wait till then. So, for the left side now, what we're going to do is we'll build the full arm and then we'll head over to the right side. So we go to the quartz here at the top, we're going to go 1 to the left and down, and then underneath this we're going to place 2 white wool. From this white wool, we're going to place 2 white wool to the left of it. And underneath this, we're going to place a 2x2 of quartz. So it will look like this. The bottom right quartz, this one here, we're going to punch out. So it gives us a right-angled corner shape. And once you've done that, that is the left arm complete. Again, if you want to pause, probably a good time to do so. As you can see, the arms are very simple. It's very plain and consists of pretty much 3 colours. I say pretty much, it is indeed 3 colours. Unless you count this as multiple colours because it has whites and greys, and you name it, I don't really care. But just in case anyone does, probably not. Anyways, just like I said, the other side is indeed the exact same, so we just go ahead and mirror it. We come up to the top right corner, we go 1 to right, down, using our white clay, so I'm using the wrong block, 2 white clay. Underneath this we place 2 white wool, and to the right of that we place 2 more, so we have 2 white clay, underneath that 2x2 of white wool, and underneath that a 2x2 of quartz. Just like the other side, we punch out the bottom left corner because it's mirrored, and it will give you something that looks like this. Now you can see it's starting to look a tad creepy. So, essentially, this is the front side of the statue. I'm going to get rid of my arm and give you guys a better look. So, this is probably the best opportunity, and I say this quite a lot, so probably don't take it too literally. This is the best opportunity you're going to get for the front side of the statue. So, take your time, pause here. Make sure you have something looking like this. If you do, perfect. Feel free, just skip ahead a bit and ignore me waffling. If you don't, again, take your time, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone to plan. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully you guys are all ready to move on. Okie dokie. So, with that said, if you are, let's continue. So as I said, it is 2 blocks thick. We're going to come around to the rear side. And essentially, all we're going to be doing is mimicking what we've done before, bringing it back a layer. So, I'm going to start and I'm going to do it layer by layer. But essentially, all you need to do is bring everything you've built here back 1 layer. So exactly quartz, this will be quartz. For example, here will be white clay, here will be white wool. So I will go over it, but just for the general people who don't want me to go over it, just extend everything back 1 block. So double it up, basically. So for the first layer, we're going to start off again, placing 2 quartz directly behind the 2 quartz. We're going to leave a 2 block gap like here, and then behind this 2 more quartz. For the second layer, again, you place 2 quartz, 2 block gap, 2 quartz. For the next layer, it is 1 white clay, 1 quartz, 2 block gap, quartz, 1 white clay. So I might be rushing through this, but that's for obvious reasons. It's essentially just dragging it backwards 1 block. So the next layer, which is the 4th layer, we're going to place 1 white clay, 1 quartz, 2 white clay, 1 quartz, and 1 white clay. The next layer, the 5th layer, is 6 white clay, and the next layer is 6 quartz. So again, just a little progress report if you want to pause. Continuing swiftly, the next layer is 2 white clay, 2 quartz, 2 white clay, and the next layer is 6 white clay. Now this is where the small difference is, and I'll point this out to the guys who have skipped ahead, so don't you guys worry, even though you wouldn't be listening to this because you skipped ahead. Instead of a white wall here, we're just going to place 3 layers of 6 white clay. So there's no white wall on the body on the rear side. That is the only small difference. Probably should have mentioned that before I said skip, but again, I'll mention it in a second. So for the arms, again, exact same logic applies. We just go down 3 on each side using quartz, and then we're just going to extend the rest backwards. So we place 2 white clay, underneath that a 2x2 of white wool, and then 3 quartz, and that is the back side or the rear side of the right arm. And then for this side, exact same applies again, 2x2 of white wool with the 2 white clay above, and the 2 plus 1, 3, I can count, I swear, blocks of quartz for the rear side. So that is it. That is what it looks like. And from the side, it looks like this, of course, because it is 2 blocks thick. Very, very thin for a statue, but I think it works well. It's a nice size. So from the side, it currently looks like this, and from this side, again, like this. So, at this point, hopefully, all you guys that skipped ahead are back with us, and you can notice the fact that the one difference, which I did forget to mention, is that the rear side does not have the 2x2 of white wool in the center. Apart from that, again, exact same, so nice and simple, but again, something to point out. And that'll be an easy way to tell who didn't listen to the video and who just skipped ahead to the end, because then we'll have the white wall at the back, and then you can laugh at them. Don't really, that would be mean, but it'll be interesting. So, with that said, we're now ready to move on to the head. Now, the head is, again, very, very simple. It is a 6x6x6 cube. Very satanic. Anyways, moving on, what we're going to do is come to the left side, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then on the third block, we're going to place a block of quartz, bring it 2 forwards, and on this side, we're going to do the exact same, so we come to end here, I say from this block, we go 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, and this block here, which is the white clay, so I lied, I'm not going from this block because there's no block there, I'm going from this block, 1, 2, 3, on this one, which is the white clay, we bring it forwards 2, and then what we're going to do is link together by placing 4 in the middle, and then 4 on the next row. What that gives you is a 6x2 overhang, as you can see here on the front side, and we're going to go around to the rear side and do the exact same by expanding 1, 2, 3 backwards on each side, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to link together again with 4 in the middle, and that gives us our 6x6 template for the head, as you can see beautifully in front of you. So I'll fill this in, you can see that's a 6x6 quartz square, and that is the template. So from here we're going to build up front side, left side, right side, and rear side. So we're going to start with the front side, of course, which is indeed the face. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to start off on the left corner, and we're going to punch out the first block and the last block. On the first block, we're going to place an upside down quartz stair facing towards the left, and on the last block, we're going to place an upside down quartz stair facing towards the right. Makes sense so far. We're also going to punch out the third and fourth block and replace with 2 red clay, and that is the first layer complete. For the second layer, we're going to place 1 block of quartz. We're going to leave a 4 block gap and place 1 block of quartz. What we're then going to do is indent, so set backwards, not place here, but place 1 block backwards, a row of 4 black wool. And then what we're going to do is come to the second and third block of black wool, and on the upper half, place 2 quartz slabs, and it will give you something that looks like this. For the third layer, we're going to place a row of 6 quartz, and that will link together both sides of the mouth, and we'll cap it off. What we're then going to do is get our red clay, and on the third and fourth block, which is in line with the red clay here, as well as the 2 quartz slabs, we're going to place 2 red clay, but we're going to bring it forwards. It's a 3D effect, and that's going to represent the nose. Okie dokie. So, for the fourth layer, over halfway now, we're going to place 1 white wool. You can use snow, but because I'm lazy and I don't want to get onto my hotbar because we have white wool and that's perfectly fine, you can use white wool, snow, whatever you want to do. Iron blocks even potentially, although I'm not the biggest fan of them. But again, it's up to you, it's your build, so have fun, do whatever you want to do. So right now, we're building Electrobab. Bear that in mind. So we're going to place 1 yellow wool, 2 quartz, 1 yellow wool, and 1 block of white wool, snow, quartz, iron, whatever you want. The next layer is 1 white wool, quartz, snow, iron, whatever you want. 1 block of gold, 2 quartz, 1 gold, and 1 block of white wool, snow, quartz. I'm not going to say that anymore, but you get the idea. So that is the first 5 layers. For the 6th layer, we're going to place 6 white clay, and it will look like this. So that is the first 6x6 part complete. We're going to leave it there for now, but we will be adding some 3D effects to the top of the head, but that will come later on in the video. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now is come around to the left side, but first I'll give you guys an opportunity to pause. Again, 6x6 square, looks like this, has an indentation for the mouth and a 3D effect for the nose. Perfect. Coming around to the left side, essentially, for the first 5 layers, we're going to do quartz. So we're going to start off on the first layer by punching out the first block and placing a quartz stair facing towards us, upside down. Again, bear that in mind. So the first layer should be upside down quartz stair facing towards us, 4 quartz and upside down quartz stair facing towards us. The next 4 layers is going to be 5 blocks of quartz, and that repeats itself for every layer. And then final layer, our 6th layer, is going to be 5 blocks of white clay. And it will end up looking like this. It is a 6x6 square, and if you want to pause, again, feel free to do so. However, we're not done, because we're going to add an ear. So, for the ear, we come to the bottom left corner, we're going to go up to the 3rd block, and then we're going to go to the 4th block. So, 3 up, 4 across. On the 4th block, we're going to place a block of quartz and go up 1, and that is 2 blocks in total, extends out to the left side, and that is our little 3D ear effect. Okie dokie. So, moving around to the right side, it's going to look something like this. Again, we're going to start on the first layer, so we have an upside down quartz stair facing towards us, 4 blocks, and then we're going to punch this one out and have upside down quartz stair facing towards us. On top of this, we're going to do 4 layers of 5 blocks of quartz, and again, that will be the 1st to 5th layer, and then for the 6th layer, we're going to place 5 blocks of white clay, and that's what it looks like, again, without the 3D effect. For the 3D effect, all we do is we come to the 3rd layer, and to the 3rd block from the left, we're going to place a quartz block, go up 1, and that's our little ear. Again, 2 blocks of quartz, a little 3D effect. Okie dokie, so again, that's what it looks like from the side. If you want to pause, again, 6x6, just a few small details. Alrighty, so that leaves us now with the rear side. So if you come around to the rear side, it should currently look like this, almost like a U shape with a not happy but not sad in the middle face reflecting back at us. For the first layer, we have a quartz stair upside down facing towards the left, 4 quartz blocks and a quartz stair upside down facing towards the right. For the next 4 layers, we're going to do is 4 blocks of quartz, and what this is essentially doing is getting the left side and connecting it to the right side. For the 6th layer and final layer, we're going to place a row of 4 white clay, and it will link it together and make it look like this. Now, for the top side, as I said, there's going to be some 3D effects. We're going to currently go ahead and fill it in using our white clay, and that will give you a 6x6 of white clay, as you can see here, but we're not done. So what we do is we come to each corner, we're going to leave 1 block, and we're going to place 4 as a 3D effect. So 1 block, 4, 1 block, 4, 1 block, and then 4. So what this gives you is a 3D circle. From the front side and all the other sides right now, you'll see it looks like this. Now, what we're going to do is fill this area in the middle, leaving the corners out. So this is going to be, again, a 3D effect. It kind of acts as a 7th layer, and it will look like this from above. It's very plain from above, but from the sides it just gives it a bit more shape, curves the head off and domes the head off, I guess you can say. And essentially, once you've done that, you have got your very own Electrobab. Whoa, my voice broke there. That was rough. You've got your very own Electrobab statue. However, we're here to build Bidybab. I believe it is the name. Please, I don't know. It confused me so much before the video, because of course these characters are so similar and their names are such a tongue twister, I guess you could say. It's so difficult to memorize, but hopefully that is the name. So the way we're going to do this, of course, Electrobab is going to be the one with the yellow eyes. For the other one, is what I'm going to refer to it, we're going to punch out the yellow and the gold, and on the lower block we're going to place blue clay, and on the upper block we're going to place light blue clay. And once you've done that, through the power of magic, you have created yourself another statue. So all you got to do is essentially, if you want to build both of them, build the exact same body and the exact same head, but build it twice. And then just build one with yellow and gold and one with blue and light blue. Exact same pretty much as the mini Rena statues, where they had different arms, but the bodies and stuff were very, very similar. So essentially, once you've done that, you have something that looks like this, and I'll post a screenshot on screen of what it looks like when you have it with the baby statue, because of course that is the intention of this statue, is to have it indeed surrounding the baby statue, one on each side, one on the left, one on the right, and it looks perfect. So again, I'll post a picture on screen, and with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, again, a like is greatly appreciated. Also, comment down below anything you didn't like about the video, as well as what you want to see on the channel, and anything random really, anything apart from first, because who even cares? But with that said, again, hope you guys had a really great winter holidays. By the time this goes up, probably back at school, so have fun with that. I know I'm going to be having major fun with college these next few months, so I feel your pain. But with that said, again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart.